away down the hallways. Oh, it has to be a 14-2. This hasn't really been the game we were looking for here. But OpTic managed to beat G2 yesterday. Send them packing, and a team that's still developing. And for now, looking quite good in this round at least. If we run up 17 here, and they'll push through and trade frags down to a 3-on-3. To recover any sort of weaponry when Fallen spots all three players and baits him into Cold Sierra. He plays that position so often, and it works every single time.
Map point already. SK on 15, OpTic with only 2, I'm afraid. It's not exactly been the start you would want in a quarterfinal.
It's not great.
Yeah.
But it's a best of 3 map. And the revolver's out again.
Come on, Alu. Silence this Henry Goon guy.
I might have to do a podcast about the revolver.
This, by the way, Valve's known
so
for
mad.
graffitis. This is an accurate depiction of SK disposing of OpTic on this map.
Yeah, they added it in on the fly.
They did.
Yeah, dropped it in there.
Well, either way, starts off the way we'd expect with guns up and Fallen on the
coming.
AWP.
Look at it.
It is coming. Yes, it's still not being pre-bolted, and I'm not exactly sure what to expect because he's just blocked in it.
What a weapon.
God damn. Henry loves it.
Oh, I can't.
Secretly, Henry has it equipped, guys. Don't be fooled. 16-2, all 5 stay alive. No surprise. OpTic, brush this one off, head outside, enjoy that fresh rays of sunshine from the LA skyline, if you will, because it's going to have to be needed and restored for the next map. They have to brush this off immediately.
Yeah, not good enough, and we'll take a break and see what the analysts have to say after this.
Thanks so much, boys. Yes, Henry triggered as always. Alu unable to frag, and OpTic unable to do anything really in that game. Shutout of SK's map pick in our first quarterfinal here for IEM Oakland.
You guys have heard me say this time and time again. A quick game's a good game.
Yeah, I mean, not for OpTic fans. The green wall struggling.
See, Alex, the thing is, I think the revolver plays next level, right? So just bear through. But it can be a double-edged sword, right? So
talk me through it.
On one side of things, you're losing. Like, the game is lost. You're getting destroyed. Like, the morale is at an all-time low, right? But you roll out the revolver, get a cheeky or two. Not one digs, I guess.
One roll. One revolve.
One rolls, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, ha, 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 that's so good. And then it brings a smile to everyone's face. But also it can kind of encapsulate the defeat in itself. And it's like you look at Talo with the revolver and you're like, what is going on here even? What are we doing? Why is this our life?
You're really reaching with that one, I think, Yanko.
Listen, there's
no
not much
positivity
to talk about.
No, there is.
During the game itself.
There is. What sucks more in Counter-Strike than being on the CT side, winning a round and copping that hard reset? There isn't anything worse. There's nothing worse. You know, you have a round, it's a close round, maybe you got 2 or 3 guys survive. You're like, yeah, we got one. And then they just roll on in.
Is there a particular round number you're referring to?
The way you put it, Chad, it's not just in Counter-Strike, just in life.
Yeah, that hard reset.
That hard reset.
There was
round 7, maybe?
Round 7. There was a 2v4 from Taco and Cold that came out, and this is where Taco had, you know, a lot of impact. It's great to see him getting a chance to pad some stats because he's obviously had a rough tournament thus far. But in terms of this round, the way it plays out, that is a huge shot first and foremost. Taco doesn't even get, Alu doesn't even get a chance to react.
But this round also shows something that's been the problem for OpTic throughout the CT side is they don't play together on the CT side, especially towards that A site, you know. Why is Freiburg still far up towards long when they're in a 4v2 situation? You know, you just have a 1v1 fight. That's something you want to avoid when you have the numbers advantage, and once they plant the bomb, they have the upper hand.
I really like the potential for this after plant scenario. It's just a shame Cold Zero missed the Molotov, but with that plant, you know, from long he can throw it from safety and stop them from defusing. But Taka going ham, grabbing 3 in that 2v4, and it's pretty nice to see.
And the disjointed A defense happened a couple of times. You know, you see Magic alone in connector, and Alo is all the way back towards the A bomb site, and that's already, you know, 30, 40 seconds have passed in the round. His best case scenario is that he only sees one guy there, gets a kill, and somehow gets into a flanking position. But that's such a huge gamble. When you play against SK, you really don't want to take... Go together, maybe both, like they did in the last round versus G2 that we just saw, right? Play aggressive and have Alu supporting you, and then you at least have a fighting chance.
A fighting chance indeed, and you know what? Pistols would have certainly enhanced their fighting chance. Cold did its very best to take that away from them, though, especially in the more towards that second one. OpTic, we kind of said strong starts. This was not one of them.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't one of them. And this kind of round here reminds me of, if there's any hardcore fans out there, remember Edward jumping on that box on Tuscan and mowing down Fnatic on mid. That little boost there, just bang, bang, bang. Pretty nice quick kills.
Good night.
Obviously, that was an ace.
To be honest, this felt like, you know, Fur and Taco were having like an amazing game, especially Taco, considering his general performance, right, in this tournament in particular. And second pistol round starts, and Cold is just like, I'm going to remind you guys who the best player in the world is. Just so you know, the daddy is still here, and every chance of a comeback is killed right then and there.
It's so funny here. The rest of the team is, after he gets this fourth kill, which is a struggle and a half to actually make this kill, but when he gets it, the rest of the CT players are just moving away so he can get the ace. They're giving him a chance. He's chasing down the kill when he's looking for Freiburg, but this here is just you're like,
it's coming. There we go.
And then he just eventually chases down Freiburg, and the rest of his teammates are moving away so he can actually make the frag. Boltz probably gave up his life there intentionally. He said, "You can have it, Cold. You can have this ace." There haven't been many this tournament.
Look at them all, just giving him time.
Like getting Cold. Yeah, boy. The problem here is, you know, obviously not that much to talk about the game in itself, but coming into Overpass, right? It's a CT-sided map. But when you play the first game of the day in a best-of-3, I think SK was perfectly happy to start off on the T side, especially as a favorite, right? You dictate the pace of the game. You can go for that bullying style early on that we definitely saw from Fur first and foremost. And then once you get that early reset, that's where you kind of know if you're SK, you're cruising through this game. You know, you're at 6-7-1 up against a team like OpTic. They did try later on to be more aggressive, but the problem is they just couldn't string rounds together. And for SK, it was just a walk in the park, basically.
Yeah, and of course the first map was Overpass SK's pick. If you wanted to refresh your memory, we are going into Inferno next, and we'll be talking mostly about that after the break. But you can just kind of start to feel a sense of panic for all OpTic fans. I mean, can we just forget about that? Outside now, they're in the Cali sun. You're just going to go, right?
The problem is they lost in such a dominant fashion. They didn't really get into the game at all. While SK is feeling amazing. And now they start on the CT side of Inferno. So Inferno, it's not necessarily like CT or T sided. In my opinion, it's economy sided. Like whoever has control of the economy, if you have that on the T side, you can have a great half. But great economy requires a strong start, or just getting momentum in consecutive gun rounds. It's very difficult to see OpTic doing that after being completely demolished on Overpass.
We'll be talking more about Inferno then, and OpTic's chances, all as bleak as they may look after a destructive Overpass performance from SK Gaming. They are one map away from the Oracle Arena. Join us after the break to see if they can do it. All right then, OpTic Gaming, what have you got for us? Nothing on Overpass. Fallen's expression says it all. Cool, calm, collected so far from the Brazilian side. Hot favorites for this one. They have their coach and everything riding on this next map. Can they make an impact? Yeah, I'm a pet behind them. Freiburg, the new leader. HS, the up-and-coming player. Mixwell on that secondary AWP. Everything should be going well, but you know what? Sometimes Counter-Strike can be like a revolver door, you know? It just, you're in, you're out, you're up, you're down.
Can he make sure he unequips that? Because I think Henry's going to get out of the casting booth and come on over
I
and do it for
you
him.
could hear like that sound of the headset being removed and him just walking over and just...
Chushka.
Yeah, Chushka, exactly.
Maybe a bit more than a Chushka.
If you see it in his inventory, Henry's just not going to cast. It's just going to be a Matt solo cast while he's just harboring his rage.
It's very difficult to go into this segment and give any justification for how OpTic can have any chance to win when they just got decimated in that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
They need a strong start. And I don't say that, listen, and I don't say that because they need a strong start.
How strong?
Because of the economy and blah, 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 blah. They need a strong start to pick themselves up, right, mentally, to actually start believing that they can be on the same server as SK, because at the moment that's definitely not the case. I don't even think the philosophy of, yeah, that was their map pick, now we're going to our map pick, we're going to get them, that doesn't really work either, because you just got smashed on Overpass, and if you play similar to that, doesn't matter which map you play. You might be playing Aztec, you're still going to get smashed again.
I think that's probably the biggest point that's going to be made here in this pre-match is the same OpTic can't show up. It has to be the OpTic that truly believes that they can compete in the server. I think that's a good way to summarize, Chad. What do you reckon? Closing thoughts on what needs to change over the course of what has been a 10-15 minute break?
They just need to early make SK respect them, get that default set, make sure Fur can't be pushing Banana being too aggressive, and if you can get on top of that, you can actually get some kills on the board. You can make a few executes happen and maybe get a couple rounds.
You've got competent individuals on OpTic. You know, make no mistake. They can shoot heads in the world of Counter-Strike.
Hope they can still exploit that B bomb side, which has been the weak link for SK on their CT side.
Okay, well, I think we're going to leave it there. That is just enough for OpTic fans to cross their fingers and see exactly what the boys are capable of. Will the green wall be toppled swiftly by SK? We're going to find out on Inferno. It's their map pick. Let's see if it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Well, hopefully it's not a bumpy ride. Hopefully they can get something rolling because, that first game was pretty underwhelming.
I completely agree with the analyst here. The problem is we've got SK Gaming side on the CT side. They're going to be coming out swinging. They're going to be going aggressive, pushing down Banana, trying to find the headshots, and no one from OpTic was really fragging at all there. They've got a lot of work to do here. We'll have a look at the pistol buy. 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs suggest we'll just be rushing Banana. Nades at the top, don't do anything. We'll line up the smokes towards Coffins. CT spawn, they've already been deployed. Fallen knows what's coming, and he'll be looking to challenge here. Flashbang goes in as he'll boost his teammate up. It's looking very good to shut this one down. Bolts is the one to try and find the headshots. Bomb will get dropped in the smoke, and that's a bit of a nightmare start, but Mixwell does recover it somewhat of a headshot towards Fur.
Smoke down though, he won't be able to push any further through. So bomb plant for Alu. Moves 2 to fight while he gets position. He's going to try and transfer over. Smoke's still in position at Ruins, so he's able to do so. He just is still looking from New Box. Interesting setup with Mixwell still inside of the site. No one towards Banana. That is confirmed by Taco, so they'll be looking. Orange is 1. Nowhere really to hide as he tries to get in by the fountain. Still Mixwell does get a kill. Surprised he doesn't get double peeked from Fallen, who was trying to pick out Magisks. And as he gets picked off inside of the corner, Alu, Magiska's able to pop back out. He's got this down to a 1-on-1 Taco with very low HP and easy cleanup.
3 kills for Magisk. Yanko said they needed a good start. That certainly helps. It will be the first round going in favor of OpTic. They had a 4-on-3 situation. Managing to find some long-range Glock headshots meant they had low HP SK players encroaching on Major's position there. He manages to finish things off quite easy towards the end. Taco, 10 HP, 1 bullet did it. And it will be something to work with for SK Gaming as they get into the second round. They've got the force buy, CZs, Deagles, and a couple of smokes, HE grenades. Got 1 rifle for OpTic here. These rounds are always so dangerous against the likes of SK, but off to a much better start here. 16-2 in the first map. I'm not too hopeful, but this is certainly a lot more promising in terms of the setup for SK. 3 at A, 2 at B, very standard stuff. They have 1 smoke remaining. And OpTic just want to make sure they get some basic map control, have trade potential. That is the aim of the game. If you're going to commit to a choke point, have someone there to counteract any CT waiting with a CZ on the other side.
Chess. So working out toward the site. Quick pop flash. Mineski rather, is up close to cold. Attempt by cold as he gets somewhat impatient and wants information. Results in the kill to Mineski boy, and now it's Mixwell that starts to probe up Banana. That's good timing. HS goes down. Will force the issue toward mid-wall, but it also means Taco gets Mineski trying to capitalize. He tried to swing out from the apartment to get the kill in response. Taco hit a great shot on the Deagle, and now bolts inside of the site's going to tear it apart. This gets very awkward. Thankfully, Alu and Mixwell, able to get bolts and Taco before such time that Fallen is posted in an angle, so they've got the advantage back, but only just. You can't imagine what this would cost them. After last game only getting 2 rounds and then losing the subsequent eco, it would just demoralize them.
Well, they're looking strong right now. It's Fur coming from the quad position. They should be able to take him down quite easily here. Nice smoke to find Fur some room, it seems like, but Alu just about manages to pull it off. You can see him shaking the aim. There wasn't the crispest of kills, but it all counts, and it's going to be 2-0 for OpTic. That's what we needed to see. They converted the second round against the force buy of SK, and they'll be on a full eco going to round number 3. This is much better, and we should be able to at least have a competitive game this time, Matt. So Mac-10s will stay out. Of course, 3 of those, 2 AKs, and just a couple of P250s for SK Gaming. They're in the hands of coldzera and Fur. Round number 3. Nades towards top and middle, just to push off any aggressive players there. Aiming to keep at least 4 players alive here for OpTic. Shouldn't give away anything, really. It's Fur holding the banana. We've got some basic map control. Apartments normally the first objective of both T sides, then towards a banana. They've got both of those. Bomb still down in second middle, so they won't be heavily committing. But look at this 4-man stack from the SK side towards the arch. This could get a little interesting.
Especially if they go arch, and even if they don't, they'll still be quick to rotate toward the ace side on a wraparound play. Bomb still down at toward... Is it? I'm not sure if it's... Yeah, it's in the apartments at alt mid, excuse me. Alu. Ready to play. They're all coming around the corner. He's got 3. That's fine. That takes away the stack, takes away the round. And OpTic will, with 2 HP left on Taco, go up 3-0 as needed. But now SK, chance to buy the weapons. Interestingly, I was going to say I was waiting for it.
Okay.
They're going to go to the M4s. I thought Fallen might go for the AWP.
He could have afforded the glass cannon, right?
He could have, yep.
So he'll opt for the diffuse kit instead. He's looking at the bigger picture right now. AWP not required, but certainly beneficial on the CT side. Just to note, when Alu gets on CT, when he was in FaZe, he was known as one of the best CT AWPers on this map. So that's a valuable asset they've got going into the second half at least. But for now, bonus round, if you like. It's going to be 2 Mac-10s up against the M4s of SK Gaming. This is OpTic in a much better position. 3 rounds in, they already have more than what they had on Overpass, so that's some good news.
Well, Mixwell is certainly inquisitive toward the outsides of the boiler doorway as he gets flashed out to peek up, but with the smoke down, didn't really confirm nor deny if anyone was there. There is not. I can confirm that for you because I am God. I have the all-seeing eye. See what you're doing in your bedroom watching Twitch right now, and it's a little bit disturbing if I'm honest. It was cold, waits on the balcony, M4 in hand, has a crossfire set with Taco. Taco's got to make a decision though, he'd have to fall off the angle. Well, get flashed off is one thing. I was going to say if they wrap around toward quad, instead he goes wide side, takes down Mineski. We only get the 1 kill on entry. Cold found the other 2, it drops the bomb, and certainly makes things interesting if they want to try and pull that back. So first gun round looks like it's all SKs. Alu on his own, quits the reload in surprisingly before Fur gets the kill. I would have thought he went down. Going for the shoulder peek. And now he can try and spread things out as best he can with 30 seconds, but still, again, has to go toward that bomb. Fallen in the open. If you got that kill, maybe there was a chance, but Fallen holds it.
That was the bonus round. The objective of those, obviously, to win the round, but it's unlikely. Just trying to cause as much damage to the CT economy as we possibly can. That was certainly successful. 2 players survived for SK. It's coldzera on the balcony. Good work to even get 2 frags there. Taco strong, like he was on Overpass, towards our pit area. Managed to get the key frag on Freiburg towards Graveyard. And still, SK, like I said, they're going to be weak. 4 M4s and bolts with the UMP. OpTic know they have a huge advantage here. Alu brings out the AWP for the first time. Very capable.